Hey, it's Mark coming to you from Baker's Green Acres. Just finished up with my daily stuff. Had a little bit more today because I hadn't put any hay out for a while. So it's still real cold, and we didn't have any babies last night, and that's good. I want to show you something here that it's something that we do. This is an 80-acre farm, and I have about 50 acres of it is in hay. And hay is, it's grass. We let it get long. There's several different types. All right, this happens to be Timothy and orchard grass. Look like I got punched, but I didn't. Must just be some dirt from something I did. But I cut probably 100 round bales off, and this is how we bale it up. We put it in round bales like this. So I got about 100 of them this year, and I only did one cut because I had more than I needed, and I had other stuff that I was doing. But sometimes you can take two cuts, and as things progress along, I probably will take more than I have. And we feed it to the pigs. I've told you about that. But you can't just take a round bale like this and drop it in there, because they'll lay on it and they'll push it into the ground, and it'll get all muddy and icky, and they won't do anything with it. So you got to go out there with the tractor. They think they're going to get fed, and then you fork off as much as you think that they can handle in that day. And they are standing there wondering, well, where's the feed? And they'll realize pretty quick that, hey, we better eat this or we get nothing. And especially when it's like this, when everything's covered up with snow, when you put down hay, they are more apt to dig into it because it's so different from everything that they're getting. We milk a couple of cows, and so every year we get calves off of them. And the calves are, they're a hybrid between a Wagyu and a Jersey. So those are both males. So we just castrate them, and then we feed them for close to 2 years, and they'll take. They're a magical animal. The wonder of farming. But they'll take this, which what's this worth? I mean, a baled up round bale, people will give you $30 for it. But I don't have much into it. But I feed it to these guys. They're little now. They're only about 4 months old. But in 2 years, they're going to be huge. And they convert grass into hamburgers. It's amazing, amazing process. More than hamburgers, really. They make really good T-bones and porterhouses and all that stuff that it's getting on towards lunch. I start thinking about it. But I'm done with my stuff for a winter's day as far as the animals go, and I am heading in to the greenhouse. When I got up this morning, came out, I got a fire going in there and closed the door, knowing that by the time I finish with my chores, I will be cold. And I am. And I could go into the house. I'm afraid if I do that, I might get stuck doing something else. So I want to come out here and continue on with this project. I really did not want to be working on any machinery today or doing anything in the shop. I want to be someplace where it's a little bit nicer. So here's where we are so far. All right, we moved the wood stove, and that pipe is just temporary to just get the smoke out away from the place. But I had to put a 90-degree on the end of that elbow and then bring it up. We had it on this side, but we found that the smoke was curling around and going in. Most places that I've ever lived, the prevailing wind is from the southwest. I think that has to do with the rotation of the earth. Not sure exactly. But anyway, that's where the wind comes from. And, nice. Very nice. Oh, I'm going to be down on my t-shirt in no time here. This is nice. But this is what we did. We moved the stove over here. I still got to straighten that out a little bit. And we left that area right there to pile up wood. It's a pretty good size area. I'm going to make a box to go in there out of rough cut. This wall's done, but I decided that we're going to double up on that polycarbonate material. This has gotten a lot of interest. People have shown quite a bit of interest about the whole greenhouse thing. And, you know, I think that it's a good thing for a person to do that maybe doesn't have much property, but maybe they have a garden that they use in the summertime. But this is right on my wife's garden. So right that direction west is the garden that goes all the way up to the butcher shop. And it's pretty good size. It's probably 50 by 100. That's what it is. And then this took up some of the space of it. But it's well worth it. As I kind of outlined yesterday, what we'll be doing is doing all of our starting in here. And look at that mohawk. And then the plants will go right from here right into the house garden. The produce field is due south of us. And I'm not sure if we can raise enough in here to supply that with everything that we need, but we'll see this year. Looks like I did get hit by something, but I didn't. It's just soot or something on my face. There was a lot of interest in this video that I made, and one of the questions was about this polycarbonate material. It is PVC, so that's, you airplane people, that's polyvinyl chloride. And it can be put in many, many different configurations. That configuration, they've rolled it and then they've corrugated it, and it's clear. You know, sometimes it's white, sometimes it's... But the stuff we got was clear. Let's see, for a 12-foot sheet, it was $25 or $22 at Home Depot. So, and it's supposed to last for 15 years. So if I do get that out of it, it's a pretty good deal. So we'll see. But what that does is, you know, the sun's light is in wavelengths, and what this does is it changes it from a long wave to a short wave. And once that comes in, it bounces around in here and it stays in here. That's what they say. I don't know. They say all kinds of things. I got people saying the earth is flat nowadays. Can you believe it? But, all right, we're going to press on with this. All right.